Just a moment. Let's get everything going on the computer and we can get started.
Okay.
There we go. All right. We are on the record and we are live streaming. All right. Good morning, everybody. We're here for pre-trials on the non-jury docket. The way this will work is I'll one at a time, inform you of pending charges against you, and then we can discuss your options. I do have a couple of folks who are present in the court. I'm going to call them first, and then I'm going to address counsel on Zoom, okay? Who are the first two gentlemen who are here?
The second gentleman is Carlos Ayala. 1018. Do you need an interpreter? No. Okay, come on up.
Come on, sir. Good morning.
Cody.
It's under Ayala.
I'm
What?
sorry.
The name.
Good. I can't pronounce it.
All right.
20 CT 1018.
Thank you. How do you pronounce your last name, sir? Thank you. All right. Do we have a state attorney present? No. Prosecutor. He's on Zoom. Mr. Rosinko?
Michael,
I can't hear you, sir.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Barely. Well, you got a new microphone.
I did, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
That's better. There we go.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, I did not hear the case number. It was muffled.
No problem. But this is 20 CT 1018. And state, would you please announce your presence?
Michael Rosinko for the state, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right. Good morning, sir. Sir, let me look at the chart. So you're here for a case of driving on a suspended license. My first question for you is, have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
Yes, sir.
You did? Excellent. Very good. I'm going to have the state attorney look it up for me, and then we'll discuss how we'll proceed from there, okay? Mr. Rosinko?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment, please.
Thank you.
When it says mute.
Yes, Your Honor, it is valid.
All right. What would the state like to do?
Your Honor, in case numbers 20CT1018, the state would like to announce a no pros.
Sir, the state just dropped the charge. Thank you for getting your driving privileges fixed. You're free to leave. Drive safely. Don't come back.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Your Honor, the next case will be a 20 MM 294.
Mr. Rosinko, did you hear that? It's 20 mm 294.
Thank you.
Which I'm having trouble finding. Oh, there we go. Regis Andrus?
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Hard hearing, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I'm a little soft-spoken, so I'll try to speak up, okay? All right. Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Sir, you're here for 6 alleged violations of FWC regulations. I'm going to ask the state attorney what the plea offer is to resolve your case, and then we can talk about your options, okay?
I still can't hear you, sir.
I said you're here for 6 alleged violations
Yes,
of FWC regulations.
right.
I'm going to ask the state attorney who's on Zoom to tell me what a plea offer is from the state, and then we can discuss your options, okay?
I yielded to one that I had wondered, the homemade traps, the stone crabs and the mango snapper.
Well, hold on. Let me hear what the state is offering, okay?
You want me to make you an offer?
No, the state attorney who's on Zoom with me.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Asinko.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the offer for count 1 is adjudication, 6 months probation, can early terminate probation upon proof of surrender of saltwater products license to FWC and all costs. Count 2 is adjudication, $200 fine, costs. Count 3 is adjudication and cost. Count 4 is adjudication and cost. Count 5 is adjudication and cost, and count 6 is adjudication and costs.
All right. So, sir, the state's seeking a conviction on all counts, 6 months probation, a surrender of your saltwater fishing products license, and a $200 fine. So here are your options. You can accept that offer today if you wish. You can reject that offer, and we can start to move this case towards a trial. But this is a criminal charge, and so I will remind you, you have the right to speak with an attorney about your options. What would you like to do?
I'll just pay the fine and that's the.
Well, that's not the only option, sir. The state's seeking 6 months probation, and they want you to surrender your saltwater fishing products license. Is that correct, Mr. Asinko?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you prepared to do that, sir?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
All right. You want to talk to a lawyer about this?
No.
Okay. All right. Do we have a plea form and a waiver of counsel that the gentleman can review?
I believe so.
So what I'm going to ask you to do is to take a look at these forms. Have a seat. Sir, have a seat and read those forms carefully, okay? Have a seat and read those forms, and I'll be right back with you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, let me go ahead and address some of the other folks who are online now. I'm going to address counsel first, because I imagine some of these folks will be a little bit faster. Mr. Casassa, good morning.
Morning, Judge.
How are you, sir?
Good, Judge. I have a case at 9 and one at 10. Do you want to handle them both or just one of them?
Is that okay? Can I?
That's fine.
Okay. Yes, let's start with the 9 o'clock.
The 9 o'clock is case number 20 CT 2272. Limber Sargento Espinoza.
Okay,
Judge, I'm just waiting for a plea offer from the state. If they could forward me one, I'll discuss it with my client. In the meantime, I'd like a continuance until I get that offer.
all right. Do you want to leave this on the non-jury docket, or would you want it on the regular pretrial?
Non-jury is fine, Judge.
All right. Then the next court date will be March 8th at 10 o'clock.
That'd be fine. Mr. Rasinko, please send me an offer.
Yes, yes, sir.
And that's for the
And
waiver.
lastly, Judge, on the 10 o'clock docket, I have 20 CT 2311 Euretina Calabrero.
Okay,
Judge, this gentleman has issues with his driver's license. I'm trying to see if he can clean them up to avoid him being habitualized. So I'm going to request another continuance with a waiver.
all right. State,
No objection, Your Honor.
March 8th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
Have a great day.
You too.
Mr. Carney, good morning.
Your Honor, Adam Carney, Verderamo Law, on behalf of Constantino Perez, 20 CT 2269.
Okay.
We're just asking for that 3/8 date at this point with a waiver.
State. Mr. Rasinko, no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
March 8th, 10 o'clock with waiver.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Oh, hold on. I've got one of yours on the 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Jose Zacharias. Are you or Mr. Verderamo coming back at 10 to address that, or you just want to take?
No, I
it?
could do it right now. Let me just pull it up.
All right, 20 CT 2347.
Just same request on that one, Judge.
All right. No objection, State?
No objection.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock. And we'll
All right.
keep some documents like that? Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Carney. Have a good day.
Thanks, Judge. You too.
All right. Ms. Mauer, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, ma'am?
I have one on the 9 o'clock docket. Well, he has two cases, Romaine Sargento.
Okay.
It's
Both
20,
both on the 9 o'clock.
both on the 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And he is currently in immigration custody. I'm waiting to see what happens with him. So I'm asking for a continuance with a waiver.
All right, that's 20 CT 2418, 20 CT 2331. State, no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 8th, 10 o'clock, both cases.
And I have one case on the 10 o'clock docket as well.
Okay,
It's Oliver Rodas. It's case number 20 CT 1641.
yes, ma'am.
And I'm asking for a continuance with a waiver. He's working on obtaining a driver's license. So if we give him enough time, hopefully he'll get one.
All right, State.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock.
I think that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. Take care.
Too.
All right. Mr. Darrow, you're representing the public defender's office today?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, I'll be right back with you, sir. I think you just have more cases than anybody else.
I'm in my office. You can deal with everybody else first if you want to. It's not a problem.
Thanks, sir. All right, let's see. I have Attorney Hyder. Mr. Hyder, good morning. Go ahead and unmute.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have one case on your 9 o'clock docket and two on the 10 o'clock docket.
Okay,
My 9 o'clock case is Jesus David Mendez, 20 CT 1595. And Your Honor, in that case, we are waiting for an offer. Mr. Rosinko, if you wouldn't mind sending me one. I know that you have my partner's email address, Jason Rios. For the time being, I would ask for a continuance with a waiver, Your Honor. And you can keep it on the non-jury trial docket, please.
all right. State, no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, I've got one more of yours.
I think I might have two more, Your Honor. I have a Ramiro de la Cruz, which is 20 CT 759. And we filed a plea in abstention in that case on January 21st. If you'd like, we can coordinate with your office to do a separate date for you to accept it, or if you'd like to look at it now, it's a pretty easy one.
I can do a plea in abstention very quickly.
Okay,
All right.
so if you direct your attention to paragraph 15, that's where we put our terms, Your Honor. And
Okay.
this is a plea of no contest to drive on expired license 6 months or more. This is a withhold of adjudication, $100 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution. And you'll
Right.
see a full set of prints, as well as the misdemeanor plea form, which has been completed as well.
Say, can you confirm that the terms of the plea are correct?
Yes, one moment, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. They are correct.
All right. All right, then I have reviewed the plea in abstention. I do find, and the citation, I do find there's a sufficient factual basis and venue. I have reviewed the plea in abstention, and the terms of the plea are correct by agreement of the parties. There appears to be a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant. This is acknowledged by the defendant by his signature before a notary. There's an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I will accept the plea as freely, willingly, and voluntarily entered, and impose sentence as follows: for the offense of driving on an expired license more than 6 months, withhold of adjudication, $220 in court costs, $100 fine, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I do have one more on the 10 o'clock docket. That is Friar J. Mendez, 20 CT 1510. And Your Honor, it's my understanding that this gentleman now has a valid license. If Mr. Rosinko could verify that, I was hopeful that we might be in the same situation as the gentleman earlier that had gotten a valid license.
Let's find out. Mr. Sink, you want to go ahead and check?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment, please. Yes, Your Honor, it is valid. The state would be willing to amend it to a no valid driver's license, adjudication, $100 fine, and costs.
All right. So, Mr. Hardy, you want to go ahead and convey that to your client, and then we can set this on the next court date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone.
You too, sir. Take care. Excuse me. Mrs. Campos Anderson, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Is that an
I'm
honest
doing-
to goodness chalkboard behind you?
I am. I am in a DV court, and they allowed me to go to the side courtroom before they called my name. So I'm in the witness room, I think.
Well, that's fine. I haven't seen an actual chalkboard in a very long time.
I
All right.
know.
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
one case, and I am covering also for Attorney Brown, Chris Brown.
Okay.
My case is State versus Juan Benito Hernandez. That's case number 20 CT 2511.
Yes, ma'am.
And I did receive an offer last week from the state attorney. I have to review it with my clients. If I could just have one continuance with a waiver.
All right. State no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. March 8th at 10 o'clock.
Okay. And I did see a previous attorney do a plea in absentia, and I didn't want to assume that that would be okay in this case.
As long as it doesn't involve anything too complicated or jail time, pleas in absentia are actually preferable right now.
Okay, perfect. And then for Mr. Brown, I'm covering Felipe Lozano Carrillo, case number 20 CT 2615.
Okay.
And he also wants a continuance with a waiver.
State no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. March 8th at 10 o'clock.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Mr. Carney. Good morning.
Good morning, Lee Carney here. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
All right, fine. I have several cases. If you would call them, that's up to you. That's
All right.
whatever your pleasure is, sir.
Okay. I've got actually I've got everybody on the 10 o'clock. Sir, if it'd be okay with you, actually, may I circle back to you in a moment? Let me see if I can address some of these other folks a little more quickly, okay? Is that all right, Mr. Carney?
You speaking to me?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking me?
You've got a number of cases, and they're all on the 10 o'clock. May I circle back to you? Let me just try to address a couple other cases.
That's fine, certainly. Okay, I didn't know if you were speaking to someone in the courtroom there. All right, that's fine.
Thank you, Mr.
All right,
Carney.
then I will wait. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. All right, I've got a couple more people in the courtroom. Let me go back to the this gentleman here. Come on up. You get his name again.
He's signed you, but you can put the name of the case number down.
That's okay. I'll take care of that. All right. So, Mr. Andres, can you hear me okay?
I hear you.
So, are you prepared to enter a plea at this time?
I'm guilty of half of the charges, that's all.
Well, here's the thing. The state's offer is for all of them.
Okay, then I'll take it.
Now, hold on. Now, you don't have to accept this. All right? Let me make sure you understand your rights. These are criminal charges. And the most important right about a criminal charge is the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty. And if you're telling me that you're not guilty of all of these charges, you do not have to plead to all of them. But right now, the state is offering a package deal for everything. Okay? You have the right to have a trial on these charges.
No, I accept what you offer me, officer.
All right?
I've been up here 5 times downstairs over the past year,
Okay.
and they keep filling me. I'm 85 years old, and I have to hire a ride to come up every time. And I just want to be done with it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Did you read these forms carefully?
Yeah.
You understand everything in them? All right. Now, in a moment, I'm going to have the state attorney ask you some questions. He's going to ask you how you wish to plead. Your options, if you want to accept the plea offer, are either guilty or no contest. Guilty means you admit you committed the offenses. No contest means you're not admitting anything. You're just telling me that what you just said now. You just want to be done with this and you feel it's in your best interest to accept the plea offer, okay?
It's no contest, right?
That's, yes, if you say no contest, what that means is you're not admitting anything, you're not denying anything, you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna take this plea offer because I think it's in my best interest.
I understand.
All right, would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Put your hand down, please. If you have trouble hearing this gentleman, because he's gonna be on the speakers, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Osinko.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't call the case number. We are recalling 20MM294. Go ahead, sir.
Sir, can I please get your full name and date of birth?
Regis E. Andrews,
And your date of birth, sir?
Date of birth, please.
1136.
Thank you. You have been charged with 6 counts of violation to FWC Rule Order Level 2. All of those counts are second-degree misdemeanors. Do you understand that the maximum charge for each count is 60 days in county jail?
Were you able to hear any of that, sir? Were you able to hear that?
Yeah,
Okay. So you understand that?
60 days in jail.
Is the maximum penalty? Yes, sir. All right, go ahead, Mr. Osinko.
Thank you. To those charges, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
You understand what?
Do you understand the terms that you're accepting? Okay.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes,
Do you understand all of the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
yes,
Are you entering into this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
yes,
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
no,
Are you taking any medication?
no,
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
no,
Do you understand you have the right to an attorney?
yes,
Do you understand that if you want an attorney and cannot afford to hire one, the court will appoint one to represent you?
yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed today without an attorney?
I didn't understand that. What did you say?
Knowing that,
Do you understand? Do you still want to go forward without a lawyer?
Yes,
do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea?
yes,
Do you understand that if you're deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
I still don't understand that one.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel?
No,
Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
Was there an information filed in this case? As I'm trying to look through the file, I don't have a booking sheet. I don't have a notice to appear. I don't have citations filed. I just don't. Well, they're not showing up in SmartBench. Let me try Showcase. There we go. All right. in Showcase, but it's not Smart Bench. All right, I have reviewed the resource citation and find that there is a sufficient factual basis and venue. I have considered the call plea and find the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered. Therefore, will accept the plea and impose sentence as follows. Starting with count 1 for violation of FWC rule or regulation, adjudication of guilt, 6 months probation. You can terminate your probation early by surrendering your saltwater fishing products license.
Last part,
I said you can terminate your probation early by surrendering your saltwater fishing products license. So if you show proof to FWC and they sign off on it that you surrendered your license, not to me, to FWC. Show proof that you surrendered your license to FWC, show that to probation, and they'll terminate your probation. All right. By the way, you will have to sign up for probation today here in the building. Okay. I'll tell you how to do that in just a moment. $220 in court costs, $200 fine, $50 cost of prosecution. Mr. Rosinko, I know you had said the $200 fine was on count 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
However, if you don't mind, I would prefer the fine be assigned to count 1. So if this gentleman needs time to pay, it can be applied as a condition of probation that he can use to pay.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. All right, count 2, violation of FWC rule or regulation, adjudication of guilt, composite costs. Count 3, violation of FWC regulation, adjudication of guilt, composite costs. Count 4, FWC rule or regulation, adjudication of guilt, composite costs. Count 5, violation of FWC rule or regulation, adjudication of guilt, composite costs. Count 6, violation of FWC rule or regulation, adjudication of guilt, composite costs. All right, so sir, you're almost done. What you need to do is these gentlemen are going to fingerprint you. Go down to the first floor before you leave the building in the atrium and find county probation and tell them that you need to sign up, and they'll tell you what to do from there. And then you'll be done with us, okay?
downstairs on the first floor, where?
In the atrium by the vending machines.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, it is. Thank you. All right, who else do we have in the courtroom?
This is going to be case number 20, CT 2265, Krishnagan, Orion. Manu, come on up, guys. They are representing, Your Honor. I don't,
Oh, by whom?
Nicholas Torres Triano.
All right.
They said,
On the 9 o'clock?
yes.
One moment.
20 CT 2265.
Do I have an attorney, Nicholas Torres Triana, on Zoom? Hello? Do I have an attorney, Nicholas Torres Triana? All right. I do not. Folks, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to wait for a moment. I'm not permitted to talk to you without your attorney present, so we'll see if we can get them on the line. You may be having trouble logging into Zoom, okay? All right, thank you for your
Just have a seat
patience.
and we'll recall you back up. Thank you, man.
All right, going back to the folks who are on Zoom. I have a lady signed in under the name Marie. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning. What is your name, please?
Marie Ladenas.
All right, one moment. All right, this is 20 CT 2008. All right, ma'am. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license.
Yes, sir.
My first question is, have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
Not yet because I had a hold in Miami-Dade County. I mailed the payment and I'm hoping that they can clear it so I can go and get that done this week.
All right, would you like a little more time to get that done and get your license fixed?
Yes, please, sir.
All right, Mr. Rosinko, do you have any objection if I move this to March 8th so the state can come back with a valid license?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. All right, then we'll put this on March 8th at 9 o'clock. And ma'am, let me just make sure we still have your address because we're going to mail you notice. Is it still
Oh,
122 Jasmine Circle?
yes, sir.
All right. All right, we're going to send notice to you there. I'll see you on March 8th. You can log in the same way you did this time. We'll send the Zoom codes to you. And
Okay, thank you so much.
hopefully you have your license at that point, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
You as well.
All right. Let's see. I've got a gentleman signed in. It just says iPhone. I need you to unmute, please.
Could be me, sir.
Yep, that's you. Good morning.
Good morning. Name's Jacobo. It's Jacob with an O at the end. Maciel.
Okay, one moment. This is 20 CT 1944. Good morning, sir. So you're here for a charge of driving without a license?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you believe you can obtain a valid license?
I haven't been able to just due to work schedule, and at the moment I'm actually having a child within like the next week. So I haven't, my schedule's been very tight. I've just been, mainly focusing on work because I have this child on the way.
Oh, I understand.
So
let me ask the state attorney. Let me ask the state attorney what the state's willing to do if you can get a license.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state would null process.
So the state's going to drop this criminal charge. If you've got a kid coming any moment now, I don't think you want a criminal charge hanging over your head. If you
no, I would not.
What do you think you need to do to get a license? Sir?
Just be able to call some off of work.
All right.
Arrange a boss, see what day I can fit in best. I am one of his main guys besides our driver for the truck. I'm his main guy, so it's been a little hectic, and with the child on the way, it's a little bit more hectic.
Oh, I understand. Believe me. With a child, things just keep getting more and more hectic. Trust me.
Sir, and it's my second one, so I got two little ones. Very difficult.
And you understand. Listen, I can give you, I can give you a little more time. But if you want to try to get that license so the state will just dismiss the charge, I'm happy to give you a little more time. Would you like to do that?
Please.
All right. March 8th at 9 o'clock, excuse me, 9 o'clock. And sir, are you still at
March 8th, 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir. March 8th at 9 o'clock. Are you still at 2864 44th Terrace?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. We're going to mail you notice. Good luck, sir. Congratulations on your baby. I hope everything goes well with that. I'll see you on March 8th. Hopefully you'll have your license in hand at that point. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. All right. I have a gentleman signed in under Galaxy A20. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning,
Jared
sir.
Waterman.
Last name is Waterman?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. This is 20 CT 2162. Sir, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Sir, have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
Yes. Yes, I have.
All right. Let's have the state take a look. Well, let's see. I'm gonna have my assistant see if they can reach out to your attorney and find out what's going on, okay?
Your Honor, the license is valid, and in 20 CT 2162, the state would like to announce a null process.
All right. So thank you, sir. Thank you for reinstating your driving privileges. The state has announced a null process at this time. So you're good to go.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and thanks for giving me time for it.
No problem.
Have a great day.
Drive safe, okay?
Thank you. You as well.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, folks, give me just one moment. There we go. All right. All right, thank you everybody for your patience. Moving on to someone who signed in under the name Dylan. Please unmute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Can I have your full name, please?
Lucas Dylan Naftal.
How do you spell the last name again?
Naftal.
Very good. This is 20MM2084. Sir, you're here for a charge of taking alligator or eggs without a license. Ask the state attorney what the offer is in the case, and then we can talk about your options, okay?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Racinko?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is diversion.
All right. So, sir, what that means is for first-time offenders, state has a program where if you sign up for it, sign the contract, do some service hours, as long as you complete everything that they require of you, the state will dismiss the charge. Would you like to take advantage of that program?
I don't understand. I mean, I understand I have to do, is it like a community service, but is that the only option?
I don't know. Is there another option? Say.
That was the only option at this time.
Okay. Or you can just maintain a plea of not guilty, and we can set this case for a trial.
Do I know how many hours of community service, or how does that work?
State, do you have that in the paperwork, or is that something that's
I do not have the contract here. He would have to speak with probation.
All right. You'd have to come down and talk to county probation and find out what the terms are.
Okay. So it would be like probation, or?
It's not probation. It's run by county probation for us. They do us that courtesy, but it's not probation, because what happens is the state never pursues the charges. They allow you to sign up for it, and if you successfully complete everything, they just dismiss the charge.
Okay, I guess that's my only option, sir.
All right. I said, well, or you can maintain a plea of not guilty, and then we can, start moving this case towards a trial. But the state doesn't have an alternative plea offer at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to be done with it, honestly, sir.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Then here's what I'll need to do to give you a new court date. If you've signed up for diversion before then, you're done with us. You don't have to come back to court as long as you signed a contract. If you have not signed up, then you got to come back to the next court date. Fair enough?
Fair enough, sir.
All right. So the next court date will be March 8th at 9 o'clock, please. And then as you come to the county probation offices, which are here in the courthouse on the first floor in the atrium, and just tell them you'd like to sign up for diversion, and they'll let you know where to go from there. If after reviewing what is required of you, you don't want to do it, just come back to court on the 8th and we can talk about where to go from there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Yep.
All right. We got a lady signed under Kaylee's iPhone. Ma'am, my judicial assistant is contacting your attorney right now, folks. So we'll find out what the story is, okay? Thank you for your patience. All right. Lady signed in under Kaylee's iPhone. Can you hear me? I can't hear you, ma'am. No, I can't hear you at all. I'm sorry. Are you there? I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You can. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. What is your name?
Kaylee Morgan.
All right, Miss Morgan, give me one moment. All right, this is 20 CT 2406. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of driving on a suspended license. Ma'am, have you been able to reinstate your driving privileges?
Yes, I have.
All right. Mr. Asinka, would you please check that in your system? Can you still hear us? Because I'm getting a lot of static.
One moment, please. I'm just looking. It says it's valid, but there's a pending suspension on February 9th.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a pending suspension for a traffic fine. It is valid at this point.
All right. So what do you want to do, Mr. Asinka?
Your Honor, the offer at this time is adjudication, $100 fine and costs.
What was it before?
That's the offer.
All right. So what you're saying is you're not changing at this point because there's a pending suspension.
There's a pending suspension, and she has another open case out of Lee County.
All right. So, ma'am, well, let me ask you this, Mr. Asinka, if she comes back in March and that pending suspension is resolved, does that change your position at all?
Yes, it would improve it.
Okay. So, ma'am, you're almost there. You've got a valid license, which is great. You're almost there. But it looks like you've got one more suspension coming up that you're going to have to take care of before the state's willing to, to give you the benefit of getting everything fixed. Do you know where you have to go to take care of that pending suspension? I know about that. All right. Can I get a current record, please? I can tell which county she has to deal with. You see, it's unpaid traffic fine. Is that it, Mr. Racinko?
Yes, failed to pay a traffic fine. I have a citation number for Lee County.
Okay, there you go. Well, never mind. We're good. All right, so it's Lee County. All right, can you give her the citation number? So maybe we'll need to go talk to the clerk of court in Lee County and take care of that, all right?
Yes, Your Honor. It's citation number, or citation AD35YOE.
And you got that? All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to reset your case for March 8th at 9 o'clock. All right. Get everything taken care of. You're so close. All right, and we'll see you then.
Oh, Your Honor, I do
Yes.
apologize. There's another citation number in it there as well for another fine. And it's A1ZVJ4P.
All right.
There's two pending suspensions, one that's going to be effective the 9th, one effective the 22nd of February.
Okay. All right, so ma'am, you're almost there, but you gotta clear up those, those things that are about to suspend your license again. There's no point in getting everything fixed just to let it go again. So get everything taken care of, and I'll see you in March, okay? All right. All right. I got nods. I still can't hear you, ma'am, but I see that you're nodding. If you can acknowledge that, give me a thumbs up. All right. All right. Ma'am, I'll see you on March 8th at 9 o'clock, okay? Good luck getting everything taken care of. All right. All right, Mr. Carney, thank you for your patience, sir. I'll go ahead and address your cases now. I was hoping to move a little faster than that, but I appreciate you.
I understand, sir. That's fine. All right. My cases are set for 10. All right. Whenever you are ready, sir, if you would call them.
Sure. All right. Renee Lopez Gomez, 20 CT 1756.
Yes, sir. This is a plea in absentia that has been filed with the court. A plea was also e-filed to the state. I've not received any response, so I imagine it is in order with the state.
All right. Mr. Racinko, I'm looking at a plea in absentia.
Just 1 second, Your Honor, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm looking at, I see an adjudication of guilt, $300 fine and costs. Now,
yes, sir.
What I see are two counts. Oh, what is an infraction that was consolidated? Is that right?
I believe so, and that one may have been, let's see here. Just a moment. One was for registration.
Right.
Let's see if that may have been a copy of registration may have been e-filed. I've double checked, sir.
All right. So in the meantime, Mr. Racinko, have you had a chance to review the plea in absentia? Do you agree that the terms are correct, and do you have any objection to the form or contents of the PIA?
No objection, Your Honor.
All
And
right.
yes, the terms are correct.
Okay. I reviewed the citation. I do find that there's a sufficient factual basis and venue. I've reviewed the plea in absentia, and it has the correct terms of the plea contained therein. There's also a complete recitation of the rights waived by the defendant, is acknowledged by the defendant before a notary. There is attached set of legible fingerprints, therefore I will accept the plea as having been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered, and post sentence as follows. For the offense of driving without a valid license, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $300 fine, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. And Mr. Carney, on the infraction, what would you like me to do?
I have a copy of a registration, but I'm not sure if it's the same vehicle, sir. I don't know if you want to.
In light of the plea to the criminal charge, if you would like to move to motion to dismiss, that would be good.
Move to dismiss, merge and dismiss, sir.
So that count two is dismissed. All right. Okay. Moving on to the next case.
Yes, sir.
Hector Alfredo Rodriguez Gomez, 20 CT 188.
Here again, sir, this is a plea in absentia. The form has been e-filed, and I believe it was also emailed to the state for its review. I have not received a response.
All right. Mr. Osenko, please do a quick review of the plea in absentia. Let me know if you have any objections. Folks, we've been trying to reach your attorney. We've been unsuccessful. Do you have a phone number to reach out to his office? And nothing? All right. All right.
No, Your Honor, to the.
We'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll see what we can do, okay? Sorry about this. I hope he's okay. All right, no objection to the plea in absentia?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. The terms, and you agreed that the terms contain the adjudication of Bill 250, fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution. That is correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then I have reviewed. And is the plea to PWS? Is the plea as charged and driving while license suspended? Is
Yes,
that right?
it is. The state has not amended the charge, sir. It is to a driving on a suspended license.
All right. Then having
if the state would agree to amend to a no valid DEL, that would there would be no objection to that from me.
State, are you amending the charge this time?
No, we are not amending the charges, Your Honor.
All right. Never hurts to ask, Mr. Carney.
Oh, certainly. I appreciate that, sir.
Yep. All right. Adjudication of guilt. I'm sorry. I reviewed the citation to find that there is a factual basis for venue. The terms of plea contained within the plea are correct by agreement of the parties. I reviewed the plea and since it has a complete recitation of the defendant's rights. This is acknowledged by the defendant by his signature before a notary. There's also an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I do find the plea has been freely, knowingly, voluntarily. I will accept the plea and post sentence as follows. To the offense of driving while license suspended, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $250 fine, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, I've got Tiburcio Garcia, 20 CT 208.
Yes, sir. Tiburcio Rosas has been referred to diversion. A diversion contract has been sent to him. I am waiting receipt of it for filing, and at that time to have the case taken off the docket. So I'm waiting for the.
All right, so you asking for a continuance then, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, with a waiver?
With a waiver, yes.
Stating the objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock, please. Carlos Adrian Jimenez Leon, 20 CT 2135.
Yes, sir. This case is a plea in absentia, which I believe was e-filed on January 14th and was emailed to the state. I've not seen a response from the state, so I imagine it's been accepted.
All right, so this is to the offense of driving without a valid license. The terms I see state are withhold $100 fine, court costs, cost of prosecution.
That's correct, Your Honor. No objection to the plea in absentia.
All right. Moment. All right, I've reviewed the citation. I do find that there's sufficient factual basis and venue. I am reviewing the plea in absentia. The terms of the plea contained therein are correct. There's a complete recitation of the rights by the defendant. This is acknowledged by the defendant by a signature before a notary. There's also an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I will accept the plea of having been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered and impose sentence as follows. For the charge of driving without a valid license, adjudication withheld. $220 in court costs, $100 fine, $50 cost of prosecution. 90 days to pay.
Yes, sir.
All right. I have got Zeferino Rodriguez, 20 CT 2378.
Yes, Judge, this is going to be a plea in absentia. It is pending. I'm awaiting the receipt back from the client and asked it to be case continued for docket sounding to have the plea form filed.
All right, state no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
With a waiver?
With a waiver, sir, yes.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock.
You said 10 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
And then I've got Yankiel Martinez, 20.
Yes, sir.
391.
Judge, this is has been referred to diversion. The diversion contract has been forwarded to Mr. Martinez, and I'm waiting its return so it can be processed and put on file so that the case can be removed from your docket.
All right. All right. So does March 8th work then? Hopefully be gone by then.
I believe so. It's been sent March 8th, 10 o'clock. So,
yes, sir.
With the waiver, certainly.
State, you agree?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, March 8th. All right, thank you for your patience, Mr. Carney. Have a wonderful day.
That is what I have. Thank you. I know you have many calls. Take care. Thank you.
Take care. All right. I've got Michelle Merson, MERSON. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Thank you for your patience, ma'am.
Oh, no problem. On my case, we were asking for a 1 or 2 week extension. We've been offered diversion, and we've just been unable to reach our client, communicate that.
Okay. Which case are you here for, ma'am?
It's hard to pronounce the name. Hold on 1 second. It's Kishnadon. K-I-S-H-I.
Oh. All right, ma'am, I'm sorry.
They're coming in.
Your client's been sitting in the courtroom. I apologize. The name that I have it under was Nicholas Torres Triano. I didn't know you were covering that case today.
I am. I'm sorry. I don't know how I would have announced that, but.
No, it's okay.
So if my client is there, we could communicate the offer and possibly he could sign up today.
Well, let me call the case real quick. All right, so this is 20 CT 2265. Sir, how do you pronounce your last name? Benoit. All right, is present in the courtroom, and who is this with you? All right, thank you for your patience, folks. It looks like your lawyer has had another attorney appear today on his behalf to help you, Ms. Merson. She's on Zoom with me. She's been on the whole time. I'm sorry for that confusion, but she has been here, so I'm very sorry for the confusion. Counsel, are you telling me that the offer is diversion?
That is what Mr. Torres informed me of this morning.
All right. Mr. Osinko?
Yes. The offer is diversion, and a contract should have been prepared.
All right. All right. So, do you know if diversion's been explained?
No, it has not. So that's the issue, is that we have not been able to get in touch with our client to communicate or explain the offer to him.
All right. Well, traditionally, we would have attorneys go with their clients to sign up. I don't know if we're still having that requirement in the days of COVID. Maybe one of our distinguished defense counsel who's on right now could let me know if that's.
Judge, they are.
They're still requiring attorney to be present?
Yeah, and if it's in-person sign up, you can do it through the mail. But everything has to be notarized that way.
All right.
That way. So if we could reset this possibly for 2 weeks, let us have that conversation with our client, make sure that that's in his best interest, and then we can arrange for the signing of the diversion if our client agrees to that.
All right. All right. So folks, once again, thank you for your patience. What's going on is the state has offered a program called diversion. If you successfully complete it, the charge is dismissed. Your lawyer would like an opportunity to speak about that not in this courtroom, and then assist you in signing up for it if that's what you want to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign a new court date of March 8th at 10 o'clock. If diversion contract is signed, that date will go away.
I think I'm pretty sure I was like talking to somebody on the phone about it. Like it was communities service hours and something else.
That's exactly what it is. So what I'd like to do is give you a chance to talk to your lawyer in private, and then they can help you get signed up for it if that's what you want to do. Okay. All right. Thank you for your patience again this morning. I'm going to have you sign for your next court date, but good luck to you folks. Okay. All right. Take care. It's always been a little bit confusing when we do coverage. Are you with the same firm, or were you coverage today, ma'am?
It's my firm, and Nicholas is one of my attorneys.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I've not quite figured out how to have lawyers let me know when they are, if they're not the stated counsel of record, to let me know which case it is, unless I just start calling them people.
I don't know how to do that either. Maybe a sign in. I don't know, but
we'll figure it out. The technology is evolving fast.
We'll all get through this.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. All right. I've got a gentleman who signed in under what looks like Revelry. REVVLRY. Can you unmute, please? Hello. All right, Revelry is not answering, so I have someone signed in under iPhone. Hello? Someone signed in under iPhone. Hello? All right. I'll come back to you. All right. So I've got a gentleman with the name AR. Yes, sir. You keep unmuting. How can I help you? Sir, you keep unmuting yourself. Can I get your name, please? Signed in under AR.
Oh. Yes, Judge. Good morning. I'm attorney Alejandro Roque. My client is Brandy Perez Mejia. And the last four of the case are 2322. The last four numbers.
Okay.
Okay. I had.
Hold on. What's the case number again, please? 2322. All right. Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Honor. My client went to the courthouse. I had spoken to Mr. Rosinko. He had made an offer of either withholding or diversion. We're going to take the diversion. My client has to sign up the paperwork, but would like to take the diversion offer.
Okay. Hold on. Yes, Corporal.
Sure.
I explained to her, you and the attorney, and she said yes. So I was the one that actually spoke with that gentleman on the phone. He stated nothing about taking the fee, so he was sent off to the
Okay.
So.
All right. All right, sir. So what we'll do, if your client's inclined to accept diversion, we'll put this matter on March 8th at 10 o'clock. Is that a continuance with a waiver, sir?
Okay, March 8th?
Yes, sir. Are you waiving speedy trial?
I'm sorry, Judge, I couldn't hear you.
Are you waiving speedy trial?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
All right. You're asking for a continuance, yes?
Yes, Judge.
Is that with a waiver? All right.
I'm sorry? I heard waiver.
Yes, of speedy trial, because you are asking for a continuance.
Yes, I'll take the diversion offer, that the prosecutor gave me.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. All right, sir. Have a good day. March 8th at 10 o'clock. Unless the contract has been signed. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Judge. So do you.
All right. I've previously gone to someone under the iPhone. Oh, I see part of you, sir. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Judge, are you looking for me, Steve Bergoza?
Yes. Good morning.
Oh, that's me. I have Jack Murphy, Judge.
Yes, sir.
What was the case number? 20 CT 2505.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm asking for continuance. I'm going to be filing a motion for the court to accept Judge Milovich's rulings as to his competency. He's already been determined to be not competent, and psychiatrist ruled that he's probably not restorable. We haven't gotten final rulings from the judge yet. So as soon as I get that, I'll send a motion to the court.
That's fine. All right, Mr. Rosinko, no objection to continuance. And, if the circuit court makes findings in a felony matter, I don't have a problem adopting those findings if that will help resolve this case. Okay.
All right.
All right. So I can put this on March 8th at 10 o'clock. Okay.
That's fine. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, sir. All right. I've got a gentleman signed in. The name is Ondingo. Ondigo. Can you hear me okay? I can't hear you at all. Sir, I'm sorry, but I can't hear you. Let's see. It's connected to audio. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm sorry, sir. I can't hear you. I need you to connect to the audio, okay? Because you're not muted, but I do need you to connect to audio. I don't know how to get you to do that. All right. I'm going to let this gentleman keep working on that for a moment. All right. I see a gentleman who signed in under REVVLRY, Revelry. I see you there, sir. If you can hear me, please unmute so we can address your case. All right, moving on. I have someone who's called in under the number 239 with the last three digits 776. Can you hear me, and can you please unmute? 3 strikes and I'm out. All right, moving to the 10 o'clock docket with private counsel. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Judge Brown. Can you hear me?
Hold on.
We need an interpreter.
I can't distinguish between what he just said, I don't know.
I don't either. All right. Sir, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Egidio.
Okay. Do you need a Spanish interpreter?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Can we make a call to the interpreter's office, please? All right, one moment, please. Hopefully they have the Zoom codes. It'll actually be easier. All right. All right. Mr. Darrow, I appreciate your continued patience. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and address private counsel first, but thank you for hanging by, sir.
Okay. Judge, that's not a problem. I'm doing other work, so I'm good.
Thank you, Mr. Darrow. All right. All right, switching to the 10 o'clock docket to address private counsel. Mr. McCreary, good morning, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
Doing all right. Thank you for asking, Your Honor. Judge, my client does have a license. There's some information I've been trying to get to the prosecutor. I'm going to be asking either for another non-jury or a plea date.
All right. Were you planning on doing an in-person plea or a plea in absentia?
I would prefer in person if possible.
I'm sorry, can you say it again, please?
In person, Your Honor.
All right. And this is, well, I can offer you, how soon do you want to resolve the case?
I would need maybe a little bit of time, a couple weeks, maybe.
All right. Well, in-person plea dates a couple weeks is something I really can't do right now. So the best I can do is just continue the matter. And then from there, I could probably get you a plea date. I've got plea dates this afternoon. I've got one on Friday. Normally, I'd be willing to put plea dates during my trial week, but I'm primarily for jury trials, and I just don't want to have anything interfere with my time with the jurors right now. So, so what I can do is I can continue the matter, and I can definitely give you a plea date from the next court date if that works for you, sir.
That would be fantastic, Judge.
All right, Mr. Asinko, is that okay?
No objection, Your Honor.
March 8th at 10 o'clock, please. Thank you, Mr. McCurry. Have a
Thank
good
you. You also.
All right. I have Attorney Casado.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
All right.
20 CT 002333, Lorenzo Mateo Pascual.
Okay.
Your Honor, we filed a plea in absentia. I think it was uploaded last week.
Yep, I've got it. All right. I see a charge of driving without a valid license. Terms are adjudication, cost of prosecution. State, do you agree that those are the correct terms?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm reviewing the probable cause affidavit now. All right. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find that there's a sufficient factual basis in venue. I reviewed the plea in absentia. The terms of the plea are correct. There's also a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant. This is acknowledged by the defendant by signature before a notary. And there's an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I will accept the plea as having been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered and impose sentence as follows. For the charge of driving without a valid license, indication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $50 public defender application fee, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. All right. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good day.
Good, you too. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Fish, good morning.
Good morning, Attorney Monica Fish. I'm standing in for Christina DeCaro, and this is Jacal Pavan Batista, case number 20CT000800. We are asking for a continuance with a waiver. We've set up the diversion meeting for tomorrow at 10:30.
Very good. All right, state no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
March 8th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
All right. Mr. Schneider?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Doing well. All right. I've got
Judge, I have case number 20CT1315.
Yep.
We filed a diversion contract this morning, Judge. We received it on Friday from our client.
Okay. All right, so you just need a new court date?
Yeah.
All right. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
March 8th, 10 o'clock. And I'll see you this evening.
Yeah. Can we possibly address another case?
Okay.
It's my fault, Judge. Last Wednesday on the 27th, somehow I didn't have your pretrial on my calendar, and you continued case number 20CT607 to this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Judge, I spoke with the prosecutor this weekend about this case, and this is going at some point to be a jury trial. I don't know what the court's doing about that right at this time, but I could use maybe a week or two to get ready at least.
Okay. And I'm sorry, you said it's going to a jury trial or non-jury trial?
It should have been a jury trial. I believe it was previously set for, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Well, I can still set it for jury trial. I got trial call next Monday.
When? I'm sorry?
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
I've got right now I'm on deck to be primary with the juries for the week of the 8th for next week.
I mean, I can do that. I don't know if the state.
Well, let me ask the state.
Let me see. I have to look into availability, Your Honor.
I know for a fact, Judge, that they have some civilian witnesses in this case, and I think at least one of them is out of state.
Well, let's ask the state.
Your Honor, I don't have the witnesses, the civilian witnesses availability at this time for next.
Well, here's what I can do. I cannot tell you the next time I'm going to have access to a jury panel. I don't know. Our schedule doesn't go out that far. I'm back up again next month, but I'm just backup. So I can set this for trial call on Monday. It's just a status. State, you can continue to review your witness availability. If you have to ask for a continuance because of availability issues, let me know. But I'd rather have it set for trial and hope that we can move it forward, and parties can file motions to continue rather than just continue it and not be able to even tell you when I can have a panel again.
And Judge, what I can tell the state is if they find out this week that they don't have witness availability, if they let me know, I'll have no objection to the continuance.
Does that work for you, Mr. Rosinko? I'd rather just put it on that trial docket and hope for the best. I won't give you a hard time if you file a motion to continue.
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
All right, let's do that. So, does that work for you? No, I mean, does that work for you being able to move it from the 1:30 to now to February 8th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this mechanically was what I was getting at. All right, Mr. Schneider, I'm letting everybody know I have a motion cutoff. All motions must be filed no later than 5 p.m. this Friday. They can be heard Monday afternoon, but they must be filed no later than this Friday at 5 p.m. Okay.
Certainly.
And Monday, it's just going to be on Zoom. It's strictly a status call to see.
Okay.
Okay. So no jurors, no witnesses, and then we'll see. So Monday the 8th, 9 o'clock.
Very good, Judge. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hold on. I've got you. I had one other case on the 1:30, and it looks like it also was set for pretrial originally. It was 19 CT 2605. Ksenija Margaritova.
I thought we filed a plea in absentia on that case a while ago. Judge, could we continue that one time? I know I have a plea in absentia back from her. If not, I'll get it filed today.
Sure, let's put this on the regular pretrial docket, please, which will be Thursday, March 4th. No, I'm sorry, March 3rd. Wednesday, March 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You as well.
Take care. You need a moment to jump the dockets. Yes, please. March 3rd at 9 o'clock. All right, we have our interpreter.
Yes, Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning. All right, I have a gentleman. He signed in. Yeah, the last name is, or the name is spelled Ondigo. Can you please ask him to join us?
Hello?
Yeah.
Sí. All right. Can you ask him what his name is, please?
¿Cuál es su nombre, por favor, señor?
Egidio Velázquez.
Egidio Velázquez.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see that name. Okay.
¿Tiene otro nombre, señor? ¿Otro apellido?
Sí, es Egidio Lucas Velázquez.
Egidio Lucas Velázquez.
Ajá.
I'm not seeing that name.
Tenía cita a las 9.
I had an appointment at 9.
Does he have a case number? Does he have any paperwork?
Señor, ¿usted tiene algún documento? ¿Tiene el número del caso?
El número del caso yo creo que es el ID que dice aquí. Es 9166.
No, señor, eso es para entrar en Zoom. ¿Tiene usted el número del caso?
No.
Algo con CJ, MM o CT. Your Honor, he was giving me the ID, the Zoom ID. I asked him to look for a MM or CT case number.
Nomás me mandaron esta carta que tenía que estar en ese del programa del Zoom.
¿Y no tiene nada que indique el número del caso? Donde diga case number.
¿Cómo es?
Case number.
No.
He cannot find his case number, Your Honor. He says he just received that letter that he needed to call him on Zoom.
All right. Can he spell his last name for me?
Me deletrea su apellido, señor. Es Velázquez, ¿verdad?
El primer apellido es Lucas.
His first last name is Lucas. It might be Lucas.
Okay.
Segundo apellido. El segundo apellido es Velázquez.
Yeah, and the second last name would be Velázquez.
Okay, so not Mr. Rosinko, any luck?
Not on my end.
You may have. I know sometimes the state does a pre-docket review and nulls process case when people get licenses or things like that. Anything like that?
It is not familiar to me, Your Honor.
Velázquez, V-E-L-A-Z, Q-U-E-Z.
Yes, Your Honor, Q-U-E-Z.
Q-U-E-Z. And it's Lucas, L-U-C-A-S?
Yes.
Nothing's showing up in the computer. I got nothing on the docket. Does he have the piece of paper that he got for the Zoom court today? Does he have it with him?
Señor, ¿usted tiene el papel donde le indican que tiene que comparecer mediante Zoom?
Sí, ahí tengo un... Ajá.
¿Tiene la carta que le llegó?
Sí.
Yes.
Can he put it up to the camera so I can see it?
Señor, ¿lo puede poner en la cámara ese papel para que el juez pueda verlo?
Mira.
Hold on a moment.
Hold on.
All right, tell him I need him to say something because that switches over the picture.
O sea, tiene que decir algo, señor, para que se vea. Hable, señor, diga aquí está o algo. Señor.
In order for the picture to get big, I have to switch to a different view, but then I can only see who's speaking.
Yeah, I know, but he disappeared somehow. Maybe he went to look for the paper.
No, I still see him. I just need him to see something.
Okay, señor Lucas, usted tiene el papel. ¿Aló? Señor.
No, sí. I'm trying to help him out. Can you hear him now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm his boss, so he weighed me down, so I'm trying to help him out. What can I help you with, Judge? I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you for helping us, sir. I'm just trying to figure out who this gentleman is. I don't see his name on my docket. He got Zoom codes to appear in court today, but I don't see him on my docket anywhere. So I'm trying to help this gentleman out because I don't want him, to miss court. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this gentleman. What is this gentleman's name?
The gentleman's full name is Egidio, Higidio. Middle last name is Lucas, Lucas. Second last name, Velasquez, Velasquez.
All right. Are you able to look that up?
He brought this to me this morning, and I read it for him. But it's surprising to me that I don't see a case number or a referral.
Right. That's our concern, sir. Thank you for helping us out.
Yes. And all it showed was February 1st, 9 a.m.
All right. If it's got a Zoom code for today's court appearance, it would be from my office. Yeah. Who's it from? The letter. Oh. Why would it have? One moment.
But it's not, it's a payable.
Sure.
It's not here in court for.
Okay. And we don't do traffic on Mondays.
Date of birth?
Can I get this gentleman's date of birth, please?
¿En qué es tu fecha de nacimiento? 21 de junio. June 21st,
1982.
1982.
That was set for today, but it was canceled. It was the prosecution. You signed up for diversion?
Oh, he signed up for diversion.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
What's the case number, please?
It's 20 CT 2091.
2091?
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right. Here we go. So, sir?
Señor.
You had signed up for the diversion program.
Usted se inscribió en el programa alternativo, Diversion.
You signed a contract?
Usted firmó un contrato. ¿Sí,
Sí,
o
pero
no?
es para ir al ¿cómo se llama? Al horas comunitarias.
Yes, but it was to go to do community service hours.
Exactly. Get that done, and you do not have to come back to court anymore, okay?
Correcto, señor. O sea, cumpla con todo eso y usted ya no tiene que volver al tribunal, ¿entiende?
Sí, 15 de febrero voy a ir a hacer mis horarios.
Yes, on February 15, I'm going to go and do my hours.
Perfect. Then as long as you get it done, you don't have to come back to court anymore, okay?
Perfecto, o sea, haga todo eso y entonces cumpla con eso y ya no tiene que volver al tribunal, ¿ok?
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, sir. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your help. All right.
You're
so-
welcome.
Your
Have a great
Honor,
day.
Madam Interpreter,
am I
please.
excused?
No, ma'am. I have one other gentleman who needed your help.
Perfect.
This is someone who is signed under their 239 area code, last three digits 776. And he just disappeared. He just hung up. It's been here the whole time. Maybe. All right, ma'am, we'll let you know if we need any more help, okay?
You give me a call back or?
Yes, we'll call you back if we need you, okay?
Great, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. All right, so I'm gonna try one more time. The gentleman who's signed under Revelry, who's giving me thumbs up.
I'm here. You hear me, Judge?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning. I tried you a couple times.
I believe you. I apologize. I walked away and I was like, hey, I got a check. It says call your county courts. You tell me whatever I need to pay, and I'm yours.
Not sure it works entirely that way, sir. Hang tight. What is your full name?
Jarrett Miles. Jarrett Lee Michael Miles.
All right, Mr. Miles. This is 20 CT 1930. Let me let you know what the charge is.
Thank you. It's about my license.
Yes, sir. It's for driving on a suspended license.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Have you been able to fix your license?
I haven't been able to necessarily afford to pay the license yet. But that was as far as the two checks. I got a check to know as far as what I could do just to pay it. And then that's all that it would consist of, right? Is just me paying to get my license reinstated?
I don't know.
Yes, and that's on me. I spoke with them, and then they were saying yes, just get it reinstated, the payment on them. So I was just awaiting this to see exactly double the payment, and then whatever I need to do to comply.
All right. So you don't know right now what's still suspending your license?
I think it's just a form of payment. So I can get it paid. I was waiting, just through over the weekend. I was gonna go. Can't do that. I can go like now to the DMV, get it fully paid off, and then get you guys paid off too.
And then you'll have your
then would I have to do another, like, I don't know, a continuance or something, or?
Correct. Let me ask.
Okay.
Let me ask the state attorney. What would the state do if this gentleman has his license at the next court date?
We would null process.
They're going to drop the charge, sir, as long as you come back with the license. So
Michael Rusinko, State ASA, sir. Yes, that's what I want to do, brother.
All right. All right, then, sir. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you March 8th. March 8th at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Let me make sure I got your address, because I'd issued a warrant one time. I think last time you were running a little bit late, so I'll make sure.
Yes, I was there, and I was in the other courtroom, and then I'm like, no. Yeah.
I remember. I just want to make sure we still have your right address. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. You are awesome for that too. It's a 607 Cape Kennedy Road.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, because I got the mail for the Zoom thing. So if that's what's gonna happen again, and I have funds now, so everything will be paid.
All right. So hopefully this is the last time we have to continue it. Come March 8th, I want you to have a license in hand so we can take care of your case. All right.
Heard. Am I able to, because I'm going to have to pay the license, then I have to pay you guys. Would I be able to do this one now? Because you gave me 90 days or something to pay the court costs.
Right. Right. So listen, you don't need to show me a check. You can pay.
I know. I don't mean to keep waving it around. It's off. It's off.
It's okay. You can pay it at collierclerk.com. If you have any outstanding fines, fees, or anything like that you owe in Collier County, you can go to collierclerk.com and you can make all your payments online. Okay.
Okay. All right. And then, like I said, so I'll use this check for the DMV today, and then March 8th.
March 8th.
Okay. Time?
At 9 o'clock. March 8th at 9 o'clock.
All right, and then it's going to be the same case number.
Paperwork, okay?
Yeah, it's going to be the same case number, right?
Yes, sir. Same case number. We'll send you the paperwork. Just sign in the way you did today, and hopefully with your license in hand, we'll get you taken care of so you don't have to deal with us anymore, all right?
Judge, thank you. I do enjoy you, though. You're nice. So, all right, thank you, guys.
Take care, sir.
Judge.
All right, Mr. Fayette. Mr. Fayette, you there?
Yes, Judge.
Morning, how are you?
Very good. Kind of wishing I could be laying in my bed too.
Me too.
Judge, I got 2 cases with you this morning.
All right.
I've got Vicente Hernandez, 20 CT 1638. We had filed a plea in absentia. Hopefully you have that.
Yes, sir, I do. Let's take a look. You said 20 CT 1638?
Yes.
There we go. Plea in absentia. State, could you please review and let me know if you agree that the terms are correct? I've got a withhold 150 fine and costs.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Very good. And I'll say this to you, Mr. Fayette, and I'll say it to every other attorney who's still online with me. Thank you guys for getting these pleas and absentias done. Right now, it's the only thing that's keeping the dockets moving. So I really do appreciate the efforts of the defense bar, just getting this to your clients and getting these things worked out. All right. I'm reviewing the citation now. And this is for NVDL, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. I do find that there's a sufficient factual basis in venue. I have reviewed the plea in absentia. It has the correct terms on it. There is a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant. Yes. This is acknowledged by the defendant by a signature before a notary. There's an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, I'm going to accept the plea as having been freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered and impose sentence as follows. For the charge of driving without a valid license, withhold of adjudication, $220 in court costs, $150 fine, $50 cost of prosecution, 90 days to pay. All right.
Next one I got Judge Walter Sola, 20 CT 2558.
Yes, sir.
He's eligible for diversion. We're inclined to take that. If you continue it, I'll get him signed up.
All right. With a waiver?
With a waiver.
All right. March 8th at 10 o'clock. State, I assume you would object if you felt compelled to do so.
Yes, Your Honor, no objection.
All right. All right, I think that's it.
That's it. Have a good day.
Take care. All right. Mr. McGann.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Sir, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
What have you got?
I have 3 cases. I just filed the proposed order to your judicial assistant on 2 of them, but the first one, the last name is Chavez.
Okay, 20 CT 1667. Yes, sir.
This is the 4th time up. I know that she did get the money together to sign up for the diversion program, so we're hoping for one final continuance so we can make an appointment to sign up.
All right, state no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
With a waiver?
Yes, sir.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock. All right.
The next case I have is Encinosa Torres, 20 CT 2108. And this is his first time up. He did get a valid driver's license. He's sending me a copy of it as we speak. So we would ask to continue with the waiver so I could provide that to the state.
Hey, what's the resolution if there's a valid license?
We would null process.
Can you check real quick right now? Let's just do that. If we can resolve it today, let's do it.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not finding a driver's license number in our system. Hold on, I'm trying to look up by his name. Like we have a number, it doesn't return anything.
That's fine. Let's go ahead and continue it, and then Mr. Marianne, you guys can talk and see if we can work it out. All right.
Yes, sir. And the last case I have is Polsoir, 20 CT 423.
Hold on. The last one was March 8th at 10 o'clock. All right. The last one you have, sir?
Polsoir, 20 CT 423. probably the oldest case on your docket. We would ask for one final continuance so that way I could find out if he has any immigration credit. He does have a plea offer of 30 days in jail.
Unfortunately, no, it's not the oldest case on my docket. All right.
Oh, wow.
We can do a continuance.
No objection.
All right, March 8th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
You
Mr.
too.
Day.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry, today's been sort of a bumpy road, but
That's all right, Your Honor. I have one, Jamie 20 CT 2401, asking for a continuance with waiver.
State no objection.
Okay.
All right, March 8th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Roger, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Randall Smith on your docket this morning. Your Honor, on that case, Mr. Rosenko had emailed me over the weekend and indicated that my client does qualify for diversion. So if I can move to continue this case with a waiver of speedy trial, I will get him signed up.
All right, state no objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
March 8th at 10.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Ms. Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez, are you there?
Your Honor, we would need to receive notice from Sarah that there was some possible problems with her connecting.
All right, she often has internet issues. Oh, there we go. Hello? Hello? You got someone signed in?
Hello?
Hello? Signed in under 239, last three digits, 998. Okay. Hello? Someone signed in with the last digits of 998. All right, we'll try again later. Hello, who's there? Hello? All right, Mr. Darrow. Thank you for sticking with me all this time. I appreciate it.
Morning, Judge.
How are you, sir?
Fun morning.
Wait, hold on. Ms. Gonzalez, is that you? Can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm having issues with my phone this morning. Can you hear me?
Sort of.
How about on this phone? Can you hear me now?
Well, you're gonna have to pick one or the other because you're creating an echo.
I'm sorry. I'm leaving.
You there?
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Yes.
Let me get. Okay, I think I fixed it. Do you hear me, Your Honor? It's Attorney
Yeah.
Diane Gonzalez.
Good morning.
Okay. I'm having some issues with my phone this morning. I'm here on Juan Sierra. And we have a plea in absentia. He has it in Texas. If we could.
Yes, ma'am. I can give you March 8th at 10 o'clock, and hopefully we'll have the plea in absentia at that time. Does that work?
So close.
We just need another date. I just need to be able to turn it in. He's mailing it.
So, well, I still have you March 8th at 10 o'clock, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
I'm sorry about all this. I don't know what's wrong this morning with my phone. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That was Juan Carlos Sierra, 18 CT 2062. Please put that at March 8th at 10. Mr. Darrow, if your computer starts messing up, just come on down to my courtroom, please.
I would be more than I would be more than happy to do that, Judge. But I'm hardwired here on the probably same internet you are, so I think we should be good.
Although it sometimes, usually, particularly when I've got gigantic dockets of like 60 people on Zoom, that's when the internet here decides to go. Usually I got my traffic dockets.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, when I've got 100 people all on Zoom, that's when the internet decides to go take a vacation.
Yep.
All right. Okay. You've got a lot of cases, sir. Why don't you go ahead and call them, and we'll just go down the list as you see fit.
And Judge, I don't know if you're aware, Ms. Hall left. Ms. Woodley's going to be taking over this docket. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm probably going to be asking for a lot more continuances than I would like to, just because, as you know, when there's the transfer, there's that the new attorney needs to get up to speed and introduce themselves. And
No, I know there's a lot of, you're doing a lot of personnel changes right now.
Obviously, me being here lets you know that things are interesting. So
yeah. The fact that you are counsel today tells me that you have some personnel issues.
We're getting there, and I think they're all pretty much resolved now. It's just the pieces are being shuffled and falling into place. So,
but since I happen to have Ms. Woodley's boss today, I should tell you that given that she was thrown into my docket just last week, she really showed up prepared for the pre-trials last Thursday, and I told her I appreciate it, and it's worth letting you know. I was impressed at how quickly she was able to get those files reviewed to the extent that she could.
Good.
In 4 days.
I appreciate that, Judge, and I will convey that to her and to the powers above me. So, without further ado, you want to go ahead and start on this one? I just have it alphabetically. So first, I have Josu Daniel Aguirre Lomas, which is 20 CT 2388.
Yes.
It's my understanding he's currently trying to get his license back. He's paying off fines. I'd request a continuance with a waiver.
All right. The way I've done this before, Mr. Darrow, we'll do this fast. If you ask for a continuance with a waiver, you can assume that I will set it on March 8th at 9, unless you ask specifically for a 10. Well, I think actually, I think it's easier to put these on 10, the ones that are counsel and continued.
I had a question, Judge, because I figured it out this morning. But my dockets were indicating 10 is the private attorney docket. Is that something that has changed?
I'll be honest with you. I'd rather just have it as the counsel docket. So
I don't care about that. It's just I believe I'm ready to go on them now, but we didn't realize that at least it's indicating on showcase, non-jury, pretrial, private attorney.
Well, here's the thing. In the past, we had the PD pro ses put together because a lot of the pro ses then ask for the public defender's office when they get here. But now everyone's appearing on Zoom anyway.
I don't have any problem with doing it that way. We might just want the clerk to update the indication as opposed to it being a private attorney docket so that people from my office don't get confused. But that's fine. I can let her know.
All right. So for right now, let me do this. Let me put everything on 9 o'clock for the public defender's office. We'll work that out after today's court date. You may see an order from me moving a bunch of cases to the 10 o'clock.
That's fine. I mean, if we're there at 9, we're going to still be there at 10 anyway. So
I know,
I can
but
set them for whatever you tell me to.
I know,
As far
but
as changing the name of the docket,
no, I'm not going to change the name of the docket. If I'm going to do just sort of a change like that and put all of the if you're represented, you get a 10 o'clock docket. Let me just go ahead and do that. Let me put everything for the public defender's office at 9 o'clock for now. So that being said, Mr. Darrow, if you ask for continuance with a waiver, you can assume I'll set it for March 8th at 9 o'clock unless you ask for something different. And Mr. Rosinko, I will assume you're not objecting unless you speak up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that way I don't have to say anything. You can just tell me it's a continuance and it will be so.
Understood.
All right. So Jose Daniel Aguilar Lomas, 20 CT 2388 will be March 8th at 9 o'clock. All right, go ahead, sir.
Next, I have Tara Marie Amaral. This is 20 CT 1985. I think we should go ahead and put her on the non-jury trial docket with the caveat that there certainly will be plea negotiations and maybe resolved, but I think this one's ready. There's no reason to kick it further down the road.
All right, so you want to set it for trial?
Yes.
Very good. Then I can do March 8th at 1:30. State, would that work for you?
Just that works for the state.
All right, March 8th at 1:30 for trial.
And like I said, it will there's a good chance it would be a plea, but I just think we need to go ahead and get an end date for that one.
Yes, sir.
Next, I have Hector Arce, 20 CT 628, requesting a continuance. And I'd ask if the state could, I'll have Ms. Woodley reach out also, but send a plea offer over on that one.
All right, March 8th at 9.
Calvin Billings, 20 CT 1978, requesting continuance with the waiver.
March 8th at 9.
Jerry Brown, he also has a pending felony case, so I'm going to request a continuance with a waiver. Next, I have Kenneth Demore, 20 CT 325. It's my understanding that Mr. Demore now has a valid driver's license, and I don't know if the state can check that, if that would also ultimately lead to it does look like he had 2 of them, which is interesting, but
2 licenses.
Well, two cases.
3 cases.
Oh, 3 cases. He has a license now, so is my understanding. Of course, if he were to plea to these 3, he wouldn't. So maybe the state. I don't know if you'll know Prosser when there's 3, obviously, but
I got 325, 892, and 2353, all 20 CTs. State, go ahead and take a look. Let me know what you want to do.
I'm taking a look at the license. I had sent an offer just over the weekend, and I don't know if it was previously received, that we would amend the charges to no valid driver's license.
All 3?
All 3.
And just time served?
Yeah, it would just be, just no valid driver's license, just adjudication and court costs.
Yeah, okay. I think that's reasonable. Obviously, that hasn't been conveyed to the client yet. Would you prefer, Mr. Rusinko, continuing it or just setting it on some kind of a plea docket or something like that?
We can set it on a plea docket if you like. Either works.
Let's set it for a plea docket.
All right. How about you want to do it? You want to do it sooner or later?
Let's do a little later, so that Ms. Woodley can get up to speed and talk to him. And if it turns out it's not going to be a plea, we'll reach out to the state and maybe we can and file something.
All right. Let's set it for non-jury trial on March 8th at 1:30. We'll put it for a plea. We'll put it on the non-jury trial docket.
And
That's
just
3 cases for a plea.
It's also just to make you aware, Mr. Darrow. His license is valid, but it's pending another suspension.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Almost there.
Where do if any information you give me would help? We can run that. We'll look at it.
All right. All right. All 3 cases March 8th at 1:30.
So close.
Well, it just the finish line's in sight.
It is. And I like I say, I know sometimes you drop them, but 3 of them is probably a bit much. And I mean, if he were to plead all 3 or get convicted of all 3 as charged, then he'd be looking at a habitual. So next I have Danielle Defoe, 20 CT 1700, requesting continuance with a waiver.
All right. Both cases March. We have 20 CT 2449, 20 CT 1700. Both cases on 8th at 9.
Next, Wesley Durham, 20 CT 408, requesting continuance with the waiver.
Hold on a minute. All right. Okay, 20 CT 408, March 8th, 9 o'clock.
Next, I have, oh, I got a bunch of blank pages here. That's good. Like we're all the way up to M. Montoya Martinez, Kelson Javier Montoya Martinez, 20 CT 2488.
Okay.
Requesting continuance with a waiver. If the state could send us an offer, we would appreciate that.
March 8th, 9 o'clock. I've got a bunch more cases on the 9 o'clock with Public Defender's Office.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Okay.
Wilmer Perez Aguiar, 20 CT 2024. Request a continuance with a waiver, and we need an offer.
All right. March 8th at 9.
James John Perry Jr., 20 CT 2355. Continuance with the waiver, request an offer.
March 8th at 9.
And Judge, just so you know, I've been working with Mr. Stewart, and we're making a big effort to move some cases because I know things have kind of log jammed, and I don't like to sing that song and then I come in and request a continuance, continue everything. But we'll get on these, and we'll get probably, I would think most of these would work out.
I appreciate it, Mr. Darrow. Thank you.
He has 2 cases, Your Honor.
Yes, he has another case, 20 CT 2579.
Thank you. And Mr. Darrow, if you've got a whole bunch of cases that you want to resolve, and if you need like an in-person date to do that, let me know. I will put a date on my calendar, for just for you and your clients, if you want to, have a date where we can resolve a bunch of cases.
I think that's probably going to be a good idea. Let me let Ms. Woodley speak, catch up to her, and then we'll talk about that.
Let me know, when you want to do that. If you've got a bunch of resolutions on deck, and I'll find you a docket, an afternoon or something like that, where your lawyer and your clients can come in and we can resolve cases.
That would be great. Thanks, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Jose Luis Ramirez Bravo, 20 CT 2417, requesting a continuance with a waiver, and we need an offer.
All right, March 8th, 9 o'clock.
Juan Jose Saria, 20 CT 1689, requesting a waiver with continuance, need an offer.
All right. March 8th, 9 o'clock.
He also has 2 cases.
He has 2 cases, 20 CT 2469 also.
There you go. Same thing.
Jesse Celestino, 20 CT 2003, requesting continuance with a waiver.
March 8th at 9.
Michael Thomas Simonetti, 20 CT 2586, requesting continuance with an offer. And an offer. Next, I have Ariel Soto, 20 CT 2048, requesting continuance with the waiver.
March 8th at 9 o'clock.
And then I have Fernando Trejo Mexicano, 20 CT 2298. It's my understanding, I think there's a diversion offer on the table. We'll just request a continuance so we can get signed up for that.
March 8th at 9.
And Judge, that was what I have on the 9 o'clock. Are you showing any more?
Nope, I think that's everything.
Okay. And I have a few on the 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Regina Alexis, 20 CT 37, requesting continuance with the waiver.
All right. March 8th at 9.
Reynold R. Marin Asensio, 20 CT 998. This may ultimately be a trial, but for now I'm going to ask for continuance so Ms. Woodley can have some more time with the client.
March 8th at 9.
Jack Christian Burnson, 20 CT 1274. mean, this is an older case for what the charge is. I'm going to ask for one continuance so Ms. Woodley can talk to this individual. The offer is just adjudication and time served, so, and court costs.
All right, March 8th, 9 o'clock.
Lee Ward Borage. Judge, we're going to need to do some following up on that. We sent out a plea in absentia quite some time ago, but don't have it back. It's my understanding this individual is out of state. I'd ask for one continuance for us to try and track that down because it seems like this case should already be closed.
All right, March 8th at 9.
Then I have Guy Garrison Green, 20 CT 859. Very similar situation. We set out a plea in absentia some time ago and don't have it back. By some time, I mean months ago. I'm going to request one last continuance so we can see if we can track that down with the new attorney.
Okay, March 8th, 9 o'clock.
Sorry, I'm flipping through the pages here, Judge.
No problem.
I think we're getting close. Robert Raybon, 20 CT 842. I wasn't sure how the state would want to proceed on that one. It's my understanding he's currently he is a juvenile and he's in a program. So I don't know if we want to just continue it until he's done.
Mr. Cinco?
What's the ultimate resolution going to be?
The last plea I see in here was adjudication, $100 fine and costs, or adjudication 3 months probation with early term and community service hours and costs. No objection to continuing it.
All right. How long is he supposed to be in the program for?
Judge, I don't know. I'm relying I just know that it didn't have all the details that I would need on that. That's coming from family members. So we can figure that out though.
All right, March 8th at 9.
And Vanessa Patricia Torres Crawford. Judge, I noted it looked like the court had ordered a competency evaluation back in October. I did not see any report from the doctor in either our file or in Showcase. She is also in custody now on a felony.
Right.
We don't have the. Go ahead.
Here's what happened, Mr. Darrow. She had been sitting in custody for some time. It was a few months. And we had started, this is back in October. We had started to try to go through a plea, and it was just not possible. She was clearly showing signs of difficulty, with regards to competence.
Right.
But she had been in custody for probably about three months or so at that point, on a charge of driving without a valid license. So I had ROR'd her, with the hopes that we would then have her evaluated and deal with it one way or another. But at least not have her languishing in the jail while we try to sort through the problems.
Right, which we certainly appreciate, Judge.
But your office then lost track of her until she got arrested again.
And to make things extra fun, it doesn't look like we're appointed on her felony. I'm going to put in an AR today to have us try and get on that one.
Right.
Unless it was something that she was bonding out on the felony. The truth about this case, and no offense to Mr. Racinko, is it's completely irrelevant. I think she's maxed out on this at this point. It's not the type of thing that trashes your record one way or the other. So, if the state feels like they want to go forward with this ultimately, then I would request a continuance with a waiver. But I don't know if it's something that could just be null pros to make this go away, as if she's not competent, this maybe end up being more work for everybody than it's worth.
Well, like I said, that's obviously that's not on me.
That's it. That's his decision, obviously, and I understand if he doesn't want to.
You know what the story was with this case, Mr. Darrow, is that, you know, there was an attempt to resolve this by way of a plea, and it truly was not possible. And so, you know, if she was not being held on a felony, I'd ROR her again.
And I appreciate that, Judge, and I'm not going to ask for that because, I mean, if she couldn't bond out on this one before, I'm assuming she can't bond out on the felony now.
Right. So, you know, whatever you guys need to do, but that would be the reason for the delay in getting the evaluation done. So
She went into the wind and then we couldn't get her evaluated. I get it. So now she's probably going to need to be evaluated for the felony too. We could do those both at once. I'm going to try and get, hopefully she has the wherewithal that she can apply, that she can participate in applying. It looks like she did that before. Because I know that having people with competency issues in the jail that are unrepresented is an absolute turns into a disaster usually.
Real challenge, and it's really unfair to them.
It is. So we'll get on her other case one way or the other. So I don't know if the state does want to go forward with this, I'm going to ask for continuance. But I would encourage a no pros, but that's all I can do.
I'll not encourage anything other than that the parties work to resolve the matter.
No objection to a continuous. I will look into this though and see what can be done on it.
Yeah, and I certainly understand that. It's just usually these turn out to be more. That's where it usually ends up after so much work on both sides. So, all right, that's fine. So 3, 8, 9 o'clock.
3, 8, 9.
Next I have Angel James Vento, 20 CT 736. We mailed out a plea in absentia December, so hopefully we'll be getting that back soon. Request continuance of the waiver.
Hold on, Mr. Darrow. Mr. Rizinga, you wanted to say something before?
Oh yeah, I just was saying that the offer in that case was only a withholding costs anyway. So I would say I would look into it further and just.
Okay. All right. So 20 CT 736 continuance of the waiver.
Sorry, Judge, I can understand that.
20 CT 736 last name.
Yes.
Continuance of the waiver.
Yes, continuance of the waiver.
March 8th, 9 o'clock.
And I got one more page. Let me see. That's everybody that I have.
I've got Israel Vicente, 20 CT 156.
Oh, you know what? Ran out of paper and didn't print page 17. Let me pull that one up. What's the case number again, Judge?
20 CT 156.
Judge, we sent him out a plea in absentia in December also. It doesn't look like we have it back, so I'd request continuance of the waiver.
All right, March 8th at 9.
Thank you very much. That's everybody I got.
Thank you, Mr. Darrow. Take care. I appreciate you helping us out today.
No problem at all. It was a pleasure. Bye, guys.
All right. So did we address, I know Mr. McCreary was here. Did we address 20 C 1851? Did I just not click it off? Was that the case that we did address today? Last name Lunsford? Or did he have two cases and I missed it?
And what time?
No, we addressed it on the 10 o'clock. We addressed it. All right.
Wait, I don't have it. 10 o'clock is 20 CT 1368.
Yep. Sabino.
I continued them all at once, so it's just going to take a minute.
No, it's all right.
Okay, that's everybody. Go ahead.
Sabino Pastor Perez, 20 CT 1368, represented by counsel Julio Padilla. Mr. Rizinga, have you spoken with counsel recently?
I have not.
All right. Let's just continue this one time. Put on March 8th at 10 o'clock, please. All right. And then we've got the no-shows on the 9 o'clock. Let me know when you're ready for that. Okay. Let's see. Crystal Victoria Lynn Herrera, 20 CT 747. She was issued a notice to appear for today that she signed for. To be here at 9 o'clock. It's now 11:13. State.
Let's see, I believe she was a no-show
Previously, yep.
for benchmark.
It's been a previous bench warrant. Mr. Rosinko,
Yes, Your Honor.
what's the state's position?
I'm sorry. I said I don't know if I said the state would ask for a bench warrant.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you heard me. My computer probably went out for a second.
All right.
I didn't know you were waiting on me. My apologies.
No problem. All right. Bench warrant 1,000, please. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Julien Francois Inoy, 20 CT 1423. Notice to appear was issued for today. It was signed for by the defendant. It's now 11:15. It's supposed to be here at 9. State?
Can you give me the last digits again? I apologize.
Sure. 20 CT 1423.
Great. Can we renotice?
Yes.
Notice them?
All right.
I saw they were working on the driver's license, so I think they were trying to do something.
Okay. All right. March 8th, 9 o'clock.
He has 2 cases.
Oh, really? I don't see that.
20 CT 1777.
Oh, yeah. All right. Both cases, March 8th, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. Kevin Antonio Rios, 20 CT 1437. Defendant was not present at the last court date, and we continued it for today.
It looks like he was turned away at the door the last time.
Was he? Oh, yes, he was. No, that was in November.
That was in November.
At the door in November.
Okay, my apologies.
Yep, reset for December, was not present in December, reset for today.
The state would ask for a bench warrant.
All right. Bench warrant ROR. All right. Wendy Dale Laws, 20 CT 1990. Notice was returned as undeliverable. The last notice to appear. Well, signed for today at 9 o'clock back in November. And we tried sending the order to appear via Zoom. No one's been turned away at the door, right? And that was bounced back to us as undeliverable, so we don't have a good address. State?
If on an address and she signed to appear, we would ask for a bench warrant.
Bench warrant ROR. William Ryan Hickok, 20 MM 1797. Last court date was December 28th. Defendant was present. We continue for today at 10. Defendant is not here. Oh, continue to, what? Why is it on the 9 o'clock docket if the notice says 10? 1 second. That's weird. Well, either way, it's not 10. It's 11. It's 11:19. Still not here.
Was a notice returned or?
No,
Um,
not.
Can we renotice the defendant?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. All right. Reset for 9 o'clock, please. March 8th. All right. Heriberto Napoles Fuentes, 20 CT 2186. This was returned. Let's see. Signed for today at 9 o'clock, but when we sent out the order requiring appearance via Zoom, that was returned as undeliverable. 4527 Coral Palms Lane, Apartment 5.
Your Honor, then the state would ask for a bench warrant.
Oh, hold on. We sent it to a different address. Oh, this is interesting. Take a look at this. So the return mail says return to sender. You see there's a different address on the bottom there.
4527 Coral Palms.
Yeah.
I see that.
Let's try sending notice to that address.
Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
Thank
All
you.
right, we're going to renotice one time.
Thank you.
All right.
Ready to hit 9?
Yes, please. All right. Belinda Ixcotalic Mendez. Oh, that was brutal. All right, 20 CT 2251. Defendant was present in December, signed for today. The order requiring electronic appearance was not returned. State?
If they signed for it and it wasn't returned, we would ask for a bench warrant.
All right, bench warrant. Oh, no. Juvenile. Bench warrant, sorry, pickup order, release to parents, please. I don't want to say bench warrant, but release to parents.
Well, let's take a order of the option.
Yeah, pickup order, release to parents.
Okay.
Date of birth, yep, 2006. Release to parents. All right. Kaylee Morgan. I think we did actually speak with her, didn't we? All right. Pablo Munoz Fuenzalida. Oh, no. Yeah, see, this won't work. No, we have to use the bench warrant fund. Yeah, this is just for juvenile. Oh, sure, it's 20 CT 2251. But we can bench warrant, but reduce the payment. All right. And then so Pablo Kevin Munoz Fuenzalida, 20 CT 2438. Thank you. Those two appear. Issued back on December 31st. Signed for today's court date at 9 o'clock. The order requiring electronic appearance was not returned as undeliverable. State.
Your Honor, we would request the bench warrant.
Bench warrant R warrant. Patrick Andre Manga, 20 CT 2443. Signed for today at 9 o'clock. It is now 11:25. Defendant is not present. The order requiring electronic appearance was returned as undeliverable.
Your Honor, since we don't have another address, the state would ask for a bench warrant.
Bench warrant all over. And I think that's it. Yes? Did I miss any?
No, I think I missed one.
Oh, Mr. Rosingo, did I miss any?
I think that's it. It's everything I had.
All right. Oh, well, that was fun.
Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you a little later today.
This afternoon. Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good lunch.
You too.